They called it a golden age, a time when knowledge flourished, when poets were celebrated, when mathematicians mapped the stars, coins glittered in market stalls, temples rose from stone like promises carved into the earth, kings claimed divine favor, and the people believed them. If you were born here, you would think the world was stable, protected, eternal. And that belief was the empire's greatest weakness. The first signs weren't flames, they were whispers. A merchant caravan that never returned, a tax shipment that vanished, villages that stopped sending word. Then came the refugees, dust-covered, hollow-eyed, refusing to speak at first. When they finally did, they spoke of riders, fast, brutal, unfamiliar, the Hunas. At court, officials dismissed it as exaggeration, but in the countryside, mothers began sleeping lightly. Imagine a farming village under moonlight. Oil lamps flicker. Children sleep beside their parents. Crickets fill the silence, but no one sleeps deeply anymore. Every distant sound could be hooves. Every barking dog could mean death. A father sits awake outside his hut, gripping a farming tool like a weapon. He knows it won't be enough. He just hopes fear is lying to him. Fear was not lying. They came before dawn. Horses tearing through fields, shouts in a language no one understood, steel flashing in firelight. There is no heroic music in moments like this, only screaming. Doors kicked in, men cut down trying to defend their homes, children pulled from hiding places. The empire that felt eternal disappears in a single morning, not in theory, in blood. Temples were meant to be untouchable, sacred ground, divine protection. But stone does not defend itself. Statues shattered, gold stripped, holy places turned into smoke and ruin. Priests who had preached order and karma now stood trembling, watching everything burn. Where were the gods? Silence can be louder than war cries, and that silence broke something deeper than walls. When the riders left, the village did not celebrate survival. It counted the missing, bodies covered with cloth, homes reduced to ash, families separated forever, grief settled like dust. No speeches, no rescue, just the understanding that this could happen again, and probably would. The invasions did not need to destroy every city. Fear did the rest. Trade slowed, grain became scarce, taxes rose to fund armies that arrived too late. In crowded streets, once busy markets grew quieter. A mother measures rice carefully, too carefully. A child asks for more. There isn't any. Starvation does not shout. It whispers slowly, every single day. When hunger tightens its grip, dignity becomes negotiable. Land is sold first, then labor, then freedom. Some families bind themselves to wealthier households in exchange for food, not slaves in chains, but prisoners of survival. Fathers lower their eyes while accepting coins. Mothers pretend this is temporary. Children do not understand why they must leave. Empires rarely record these transactions, but they are the true cost of collapse. Inside the palace, fear wears silk instead of rags. The king hears reports of invasion and betrayal. Governors hesitate. Armies fracture. Loyalty feels fragile. Ministers whisper behind closed doors. Who can be trusted? Who is already planning their own survival? An empire divided from within does not need to be conquered. It will unravel itself. Mihirakula. His name traveled faster than his armies. Stories painted him as merciless, a destroyer of cities, a breaker of monasteries. Whether every tale was true did not matter. People believed them, and belief is powerful. Parents silence children by whispering his name. Villages fled before his forces even arrived. Terror, once planted, grows on its own. In the remains of a monastery, a lone monk kneels. Scrolls are ashes. Statues are broken. He devoted his life to peace, but peace did not protect him. He stares at the sky as if waiting for meaning. Sometimes history is not about who wins. It is about who loses faith. Eventually, resistance forms. Local rulers unite. The Hunas are pushed back. Battles are won, but the victory feels thin. Cities are scarred. Trade routes shattered. Families never restored. The empire survives, but it is no longer whole. Survival is not the same as strength. Years pass. The Gupta name remains, but its power fades quietly. Regional kingdoms rise from its fractures. Unity dissolves into fragments. No single dramatic fall, just exhaustion. The people no longer believe they are protected. And once that belief dies, so does the empire. History remembers the Gupta Empire as golden, and it was. But gold does not mean safe. It does not mean just. It does not mean eternal. Because behind every golden age, there are voices that trembled in the dark. And most of those voices were never written down.